They're really going to have to charge quite hard here. Tim Betts well down on the times that he needs to be posting to be able to get further. Just waiting for our starters to give us the okay to call this driver and navigator up to the start line. Just waiting for the okay. You can see Tim and Debbie Edhouse just circulating in that spin-out pool at the back of the track. Tim Betts now being called forward. Oki Amatawa, Oki Moanatawa doing the navigational duties. That's actually made a mistake. This is Tim Coleman and Dylan Matthews. It must be all in at the moment. We're only taking the top 9 to carry them through due to the early sort of calls of the day. So we'll just keep an eye on how this progresses. So Tim Coleman has not been having a good day of it so far here today. Dylan Matthews and he have not been working well together as far as getting this rotation right. Now starting to look a lot more confident, a lot more comfortable. This is the part of the track where we've seen them have a brain fade in the past. Got it that time. They're straight up the middle they need to go. Easy to say from the commentary tower, a little bit harder from down at water level. Tim Coleman's first season behind the wheel. Big shout out to Nick and Rochelle Berryman up there from NZ Riverjet. So across the line there for Tim Coleman. That's by far his best lap of the day, a 61.474. Some 30 seconds quicker than his previous best run. All right, we got Mike Simonson, race director, just walked into the commentary box, the man we call handsome for obvious reasons. And it looks like it is, Phil Dickey's back out on track now. You can see the race tape down the starboard side of the vessel on the bow there from where he and Hayden Digby Smith parked it into the fence earlier in the day. These guys out for their final run. Phil just showing a bit of aggression. Will it be the last run? We're not too sure. Into this right-hander. They had a steering issue last time out. The steering locked, which saw him spear into that fence at the top part of the track. Let's hope that doesn't happen. He's overcooked it and parked it up. And the engine is still going. Will he rock it? Will he roll it? No, they won't keep going. No. That is the end of it for Phil Dick and Hayden Digby Smith.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
Yeah, certainly dangerous way to end the day. But anyway, the boat certainly will have a fair bit of time to effect some repairs after the damage done earlier in the day. Have a look at the replay here, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the Hyper Sprint, the Jet Design Co machine with Phil Dick behind the helm, coming around to the top part of the course on the big screen. Just starting to look pretty confident. What happened here, just knifed it in too early, I dare say. Just really had to get aggressive on that wheel, was just running too wide, just overly aggressive. The back end of the boat caught up on the dirt and we saw the outcome of that, so they'll be pretty disappointed with that. So what happened there is Phil Dick ended up on a shelf, a little peninsula that does appear on the Jetsprint tracks. As the boats run around, they do push the sand or the dirt, even indeed the rocks up onto little peninsulas. So, excuse me, as the day wears on, these peninsulas start developing and sometimes they can catch the unwary and, park them up on the dirt, just like we saw what happened there with Phil Dick. All right, this looks as though this will be Shane Travers. Hannah Berry, the bee-driven radioactive machine out of Fordell on the North Island. This young man hasn't been setting the world on fire so far this weekend, but this is looking like a quicker lap. He's just moving through this very nicely, very smoothly indeed. This boat set up beautifully. They blew the engine after Wanganui, or at Wanganui in fact. Oh, he's knifed it through there. That'll cost him valuable tenths. But they got the new engine in well and truly sorted out, so it is great to see that Shane and Hannah looking the goods out there at the moment. This might be a good enough lap to allow them to progress into this top six. Fingers crossed for the young pair from Fordell. So really starting to push hard now. Just open it up all the way down the back. Straight lines the back chute. So Shane Travers across the line there with his best time of the day, 56.247. He's gone 5 seconds quicker than his previous best time and the right time of the day to be achieving that sort of thing. I tell you what, I'm glad that this rain stopped, because ladies and gentlemen out there on the hills and things like that were about as wet as an otter's pocket there at one point. And, well, everybody drying out now. Make sure that you keep the hydration up. Don't worry too much about the slip, slop, slap. I wouldn't have thought so much. But it is Uncle Tony Reid and Andrew Bakey, the drill co-machine. So far, this is a good lap. It's only 3/4 in, but they've gone the right way, which, to be fair, is sort of somewhat surprising given the, well, the way they've been operating throughout the course of today. So this is looking good. Does Uncle Tony have the wherewithal? Does he have the ability? Does he have the trust in his navigator? Let's hope they can stitch one together. Turned that chicane into a massive chicane. Could have gone a little bit better through there, but let's not worry about that. The rotation is A-OK. Grabbed a bit of a crab there into that right-hander. Grabbed hold of it beautifully, though, straight up the middle. I wasn't sure if Bakey was giving Uncle Tony a bit of a congratulatory clap in the navigator's seat there, or he was just waving his hands around frantically. Oh no, the jet unit, the bow has just dived in. Has the grill come out, or did the bucket go down? Just trying to work that out, but Uncle Tony with a 101.61.963. So not too sure what went on there, but it was either the grill has partly come out. I dare say it is partly the grill. The reverse bucket looks okay. So that was a very big momentum slower towards the end of that. Very disappointing. They finally stitched one together. They've been running consistently all day, consistently like a dog's breakfast, to be fair. Consistently doing incorrect rotations. They have one good run and then a mechanical failure of sorts. They had a big off at Wanganui at the start of the year and rolled the boat. And I tell you what, it shook up the navigator a fair bit. Old Bakey, he was rattling more than a skeleton, having a fit in a biscuit tin there at one point, they tell me. Carl Brentzel coming out now. Hamish Murray. The boys from Tapanui. The contractor and the motorbike mechanic, Maroon 2. Performance Autos, High Country Helicopters, Superboats, E&I Lubricants. These guys haven't been around for about 18 months, really want a point to prove in front of their home crowd here. And Carl Brentzel has been driving nicely all day. Oh, very wide around that left-hander. Oh, the boat just really unsettled, really loose is this stinger hull. Just bouncing and porpoising and looking very hard to control. But Carl Brentzel, well, he is just keeping his foot into it, keeping Hamish Murray on the edge of his seat. Timber Creek Contracting into Rock Gas Wanaka for the last time today. Well, let's hope not, for the last time this lap. Now pushing into the bottom part of the course. Oh, really tight in there. Carl Brentzel 54.979, straight to the top of the table in the Group A category at the moment. So, wow, that wasn't a bad run there. Matt, what did you reckon?
Oh, it was. He obviously was fighting the boat a lot though, wasn't he? So,
Mate, he was sore on that steering wheel, mate. Well, I tell you what, it looks like hard work behind there, I reckon.
yep, much easier in the office like we are here.
Oh, well, much easier for you in the office, mate. I haven't seen you move around at all today. No, you're right. You're doing a great job. Sean Rice and Shama Puccinelli now in the Elite Kitchens machine. G'day to Michael Cunningham, just watching online from a race trailer somewhere in the world. And as Sean Rice, oh, you can just hear how hard he's pushing this Sprint this Group A engine. Shama Puccinelli, of course, synonymous with Peter Cowie Racing. Peter Cowie having retired after many years behind the wheel, but it is Shama now working with Sean Rice from New Plymouth. And I'll tell you what, Sean Rice comes from a sprint car background, got into the boat scene only a couple of years ago, and wow, he's made some big moves in this sport in a short time. Sean Rice, 52.177. That's his best time of the day. He goes to the top of the table, 2.8 seconds quicker than Carl Brentzel. This is just fantastic racing. Top 9, Group A. Neil Marshall, Jay Hayden. Neil Big Deal Marshall from New Plymouth, Industrial Coatings Inspector. Jay Hayden from TA, the registered nurse. Eagle Automotive, Marsh Motorsport, and of course Stinger Sprint Boats. And Neil Marshall now really starting to dial this machine up. Has he been playing with them? Has he been lulling the rest of the fleet into a false sense of security? With the angry, just oversteered it out of that right-hander a little bit. Had to make a readjustment on the wheel. Very deep into that left-hander, but smooth. Oh, gee, that was a brave move through there. The worm's head that ducked up has now been transported to the North Island. But Neil Marshall, really aggressive at the moment. Jay Hayden, you can see the animation from the registered nurse from Tiawamutu, and she is pushing her driver very hard indeed. Good time, Neil Marshall, 53.607. 53.607 into P2, lost a lot of time on the far side of the course from commentary there, just got it bogged down, had to readjust the steering in a very quick manner to get that back on track. We are now going to go Clayton and Mandy Tisdall. Case Construction, sponsored by Advanced Quip. Advanced Quip cater for all your earth-moving requirements. They have been having a red-hot crack all day. Q4 saw them park up on the bank. They were just giving their sponsors a bit more airtime over there on the far side of the course. Their best time coming into this part of the day has been around about the high 51s. So it is Sean Rice at a 52. So Clayton and Mandy Tisdall just need to keep the focus on here. And I tell you what, Clayton is doing a splendiferous job out of track at the moment. Hit that crosswash, unsettled the boat a little bit. He wasn't worried about that. That's where he came unstuck last time. Oh, the Nemesis corner. You saw that it bothered him. He really thought about that, backed off, and made sure he made that move stick. Oh, they are flying. Clayton Tisdall really has the bit between the teeth at the moment. Just thumping this machine. This is going to be a good time. 52.726 into P2. 0.6 of a second behind Sean Rice at this stage of the game. Top 9, Group A. Ollie Silverton and Ross Travers still to run, along with Cy Gibbon in the Novus Auto Glass machine. Ollie Silverton off the trailer. a man who came into this part of the day not as the fastest. So he's not used to that. Ollie Silverton coming in here, usually last in the top 9 to run because he posts the fastest time. Cy Gibbon, 0.002 quicker. So there is nothing in it. To pass wind, it takes longer. Now they're onto it. Ollie Silverton and Jess Sid, PSP Building Brands. Onto it at the moment. This sprint tech halter sitting beautifully for them. Ollie Silverton, reigning world champion in the Group A category, looking positive out there, looking aggressive, looking smooth, calm, consolidated. That is nice through there, through that little bit of a crosswash. That split at a 25.392 is an absolute cracker. We'll start referring to these splits a little bit more now. Start giving you an idea in the early part of the lap where these drivers and navigators are sitting. But it is good at the moment. Ollie Silverton around the roundabout for the final time in this lap, down this back chute, right over there near the corporate side of the arena. Ollie Silverton, 53.712 into P4. I tell you what, Ollie Silverton won't be overly happy with that. So, well down there for Ollie Silverton. About 1.6 seconds slower than Sean Rice. It'll be Tim Betts coming out now. Betsy and Hokey. So Betsy out on track at the moment, the builder. So Hokey is from Turangi, not Tauranga. Turangi, somebody got that Turangi it is. From the Cadillac Cafe there, somebody pointed that out to me. With a sledgehammer to the forehead, I must say. So these guys are going to have to post a time better than a 61 to be progressing. Oh, actually better than a 54 to be progressing. So a long way to go, dare say that the speed in this boat just not quite up to where the top of the fleet is in the Group A category. So this will be, I dare say, the last run of the day for Tim Betts and Hokey. So around that roundabout for the final time, will this be? Yeah, I dare say, yeah, this time's really blowing out now for Betsy and Hokey. So that'll be their final run of the day with a 104. Find them well down the list, and they will not be progressing into that all-important top 6. So great to see them for the 2019 season. We'll see them back next year. But certainly been improving as the year has gone on. But it is Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson now posting the fastest time coming into this top 9. And Ollie Silverton, reigning world champion in the PSP machine, went backwards this time out. What will Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson be able to achieve here? Novus Auto Glass. Away they go. Cy Gibbon, right from the outset today, has just been super aggressive and super cool under fire. Really just driving consistently, driving beautiful lines, driving smart, driving sensible. The team working very well together. Donna Thompson comes out of behind the wheel of a Jetsprint boat herself, joined well with Cy Gibbon here. A little bit knifey around there, 24-7 on the split, which is an absolute cracker of a split. That's about half a second quicker than anybody else in this Group A category at this part of the track. So Cy Gibbon absolutely on a flyer. The man who is a tall man indeed. He looks a bit like a praying mantis from time to time as he heads down the back straight. Cy Gibbon and Donna Thompson, where's this going to see him? It's going to see him at the top of the table with a 52.094. That's a cracker of a run. Straight to the top. So it is Cy Gibbon, Sean Rice, Clayton Tisdall, Neil Marshall, Ollie Silton, Carl Brentzel in the top 6 at the moment. Sorry, Shane Travers as well, because Carl Brentzel on a day licence. Will Super Mario, the final competitor in this top 9 in the Group A category, will he kick his son out of this, out of progressing further? So we are about to see. It is Shane Travers sitting on the bubble. Will his old man kick him out? The time that Ross needs to beat here will be a 56.2. So Ross Travers, Amanda Kiddo, Super Mario. Traditionally very, very smooth. Generally doesn't put too much of a foot too wrong. At the moment, that is going according to plan. Oh, the big back off into the hairpin. Overcooked it. That's twice that Ross Travers has done it in that part of the track. Unusual for him. He's normally very smooth indeed. Mate, is he gifting a top 6 position to his son? I wouldn't have thought so. But the way this is going, it might just be that. So Ross Travers, he's really going to get have to get a hurry up here. Will he make the top 6? Ross Travers will make the top 6. And he kicks his son out, but by the hair of his chinny chin, 55.377. So here's how it's going to look, top 6 going into the Group A. Quickest to slowest, Simon Gibbon, Sean Rice, Mandy Tisdall, Neil Marshall, Ollie Silverton, Carl Brentzel on a day licence. That just means that Ross Travers just sneaks through. We are going to reset our clocks and get ready to go top 9 unlimited style racing.